Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the second wave of Battle Masters for Transformers Siege, War for Cybertron Trilogy. We have an Autobot, Pteraxadon, and a Decepticon, Aimless. So adding a couple more Battle Masters to our arsenal here. Very, very cool. As you can see, standard, like what I call like the $5 price point, although I think by now they're up to like $6. At least at Target where I found these guys. But it's the most basic size class. You have the bubble-on card packaging here. Really nice artwork up top, though. Like that quite a bit. Turn around, and you can see over here you have the pterodactyl mode, you have the axe mode. Comes with the effect piece, which is cool. And if you saw my Prowl review from yesterday, I talked about having the little nubs on the shoulder if you could have battle damage that plugged in, and it looks like they heard me. So there you go. I'm sure it was planned way before, but I'm just saying I think it's funny. I literally just said that yesterday, and here it is. So that's how forward thinking they are. Anyway, here is Aimless. He comes with these kind of weird, they look like proton beams almost from Ghostbusters. Very strange blasts there, but kind of neat. So that's it for the packaging. Gonna go ahead and get these two out of the box here, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so these two out of the packaging, I have to say look pretty good. We'll start over here with Aimless. As I'm sure many of you can tell just by looking at him, he is very much a repaint of Blowpipe. You can see the head sculpt and the chest is exactly the same. The legs are very similar. He does have a different gun piece on his back. So whereas Blowpipe is kind of this one large barrel, one short barrel, Aimless is just kind of two of the same. But it's really not that big a deal, honestly. I loved Blowpipe, and I think Aimless looks just as good. Obviously the colors are changed. I actually kind of like Aimless better. I think his color scheme works a little better, although I do like the colors on Blowpipe's face. So it's not a problem to me to have two of kind of very similar. I mean, to be honest, Target Masters were never all that different to begin with. I think it's funny that they're just now giving us the Decepticon Target Masters that should have come with the figures that were released in the later waves of Titan's Return. Japan did give us even more complicated Target Masters, but at least now America's getting around to giving us Target Masters. So if you weren't able to get those Japanese ones, these are perfectly good substitutes. But I think he looks good. Transformation, very simple. Flip this up, put the two legs together, and if you've transformed Blowpipe, it transforms exactly the same. These two tabs fit into these two spots here on the gun. So you kind of pop those in there, and then you take the tab on the inside of the hand, and that fits into this slot here on the hip. And then there you go. There is the gun. For Aimless, we can go ahead and attach the effect pieces. He's got these weird, like, swizzle stick. I'm not quite sure what's going on with these, but they're interesting to say the least. So there you go. That is the gun mode for Aimless. Now I have to say, Pteraxadon is very cool. Love the color scheme. You have kind of a, not quite forest green, a little bit lighter than that, but then you have this kind of metallic teal color on the wing. Some reddish orange here in the crest and eye, which is very neat. The mouth kind of looks like it would open, but it does not. But still very cool. So you can have him in pterodactyl mode like this, but you can see he's got feet over here. So if you want to swing those around and kind of point the head down, you can have him stand as well, which is kind of cool. I appreciate that he actually has two different positions for pterodactyl, which is usually pretty common for pterodactyls. They have the flight mode and then kind of the perch mode. You can move the wings down if you prefer. So I think that's really cool. I like that quite a bit. Here, I'm going to move this off to the side so you can get a good look at this guy in his little perch mode. So to transform him into an axe, you're just going to fold the head down, fold the feet up into here. You're going to bring these down, and there's kind of like a little lip in there you can see, and they'll kind of just naturally fall into that. And then you just bring this part down, and there you go. That's it. There's your axe. Very simple. Now he comes with this gigantic effect piece. I mean, this thing is massive. So you can see that it's got a kind of square peg in the middle with two circle ones, and you can see that's how it is on the side of the axe handle there, or rather the axe blade, not the handle. So there you go. And that is the blade crashing through the air, clashing onto something. Looks kind of goofy, but also kind of looks awesome at the same time. I think it's neat. So, he does not have a robot mode. It is just the pterodactyl and the axe. But still very, very cool. So I just wanted to show them off real quick. Here is the only deluxe Decepticon we have so far. Holding Aimless. I keep wanting to call him Blowpipe because they're so similar. But no, this is Aimless. There have been Voyager Decepticons in this line, or in this second wave. I just haven't gotten to them yet. But still, you can have this guy hold it. Looks very cool. If you want, you can also peg it into any of the pegs. So if you wanted to kind of put her on his arm, that looks kind of neat too. Here is Prowl wielding the giant axe. And then the other thing you can do, I talked about those pegs. You can peg this into his arm. So it kind of looks like he's getting hit with the axe. Or you can take the axe off and just pretend like he got blasted in the shoulder and he's just like, oh, dang. He's even kind of leaning back. I will say that this does make him very kind of front heavy. So you kind of have to balance his legs when you have him wield this because it's definitely on the heavier side. Let's see if we can get this going here. And pop that in. Now it kind of looks, if we take this and we take this off, you could also kind of look at this as a gun. He does have a peg back here as well. So if you wanted him to use this as a gun, you could also do that. You could even kind of make this like a reverse crossbow type of thing. Something like that, maybe. It's kind of cool. Like I said, I just have to get a good pose with his feet because he's kind of front heavy. But yeah, that's kind of neat too. So I like that. I like the versatility there. It can kind of be a long-range weapon. It can be a melee weapon. Definitely very cool. And even though Aimless is pretty much just a slight repaint / remold of Blowpipe, I definitely think Aimless is cool, and I love the little weird... I still don't really know what's going on with those effect pieces, but I think they're neat, and I definitely like both of these Battle Masters. I think both of these are worth adding to your collection. A lot of fun. I really enjoy both of them. Very excited with the whole Battle Master concept. I think it's fun that we're getting not just guns, but melee weapons, axes, swords, shields, things like that. All very, very cool. Yeah, if you could only pick one, obviously, if you're on a budget or something like that, I would pick Pteraxadon, as he is the new mold. And Aimless is just kind of a repaint / retool of Blowpipe. But I think they did a great job with them, and I definitely recommend them if you can swing it. The nice thing about these is they're pretty affordable. They're only about $6 a piece, so not too bad there. But definitely recommend picking up both of them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.